Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to our podcast, Cashmere Goat, podcast number 44.
I'm Iris.
I'm Kristin, and we got lots to talk about today.
Yes, we do, and we are joining you from a natural setting today. This is not a green screen behind us. You might hear cars.
Or birds.
Boat motors, because we're at beautiful Rockport Marine Park in Rockport, which is just one town down the coast from Camden. Yep. Often people call it Camden Rockport. It's very close.
Yeah, it's like 5 minutes from the store.
Yep. And it's such a pretty June day.
It's gorgeous.
Not a cloud in the sky.
It's a little chilly, but that's pretty typical here.
In the shade too, because if we were out there.
If we were out there, you wouldn't be able to see us. So it's too sunny. So someday we'll come here when it's cloudy.
Yeah.
And we'll do it with the harbor.
With the harbor behind us. So we're looking at the harbor. There's sort of a mix of like a little working waterfront, boatyard. There's beautiful sailboats in the harbor. We'll show you some
It's gorgeous. We'll give you a
little tour, but we have such a pretty view right now.
It's
just gorgeous.
And you get some beautiful green.
Luscious.
Who doesn't love green?
Well, you don't love. You do love green.
I do love green. Speaking of my finished love note.
Oh my goodness.
And I did 3/4.
Hold it up. Let's see. Yes.
So, and I really didn't adjust this pattern at all, other than I did different decreases, so that it looked different.
I don't know how to
Thanks,
do this.
Mom.
Okay, Kristin.
It's kind of chilly.
Here's your scarf.
I might end up taking it off. And I'm wearing this, which I don't know what the pattern is, but it is a gigantic circular shawl.
Very soft.
A customer made. And then when she passed, I got this.
Gorgeous.
And it's super lightweight. It's humongous.
Does it have cotton, do you think?
I think it's silk.
Silk?
I think it's
so
silk.
Light. Beautiful chocolate brown, too.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And warm. And you just would not believe how big it is based on the fact that I can
squinch it.
Put it in this little ball. It's like
a lot.
Yeah, it would fit on probably I don't know if it would. A king-size bed, you could probably see how big it was if you spread it all out.
Wow.
You'd have a little extra, but that way you'd be able to see it all. So it's hard to take a picture of.
Yeah.
Am I wearing, and that's it, right? Yeah. Let's talk about what you're wearing.
This is my new little design that's being test knit right now. So it's a little bit of a brioche. I think I wore the pink one the last time. A little brioche, a little garter stitch, just a little kerchief, just a nice way to use up some fingering weight yarn. And
which yarn did you use for this one?
So this one was some beautiful gifted yarn from a friend who was traveling in Norway.
Oh, nice.
And so it's a superwash merino silk and yak.
Nice.
So it's really sweet, but I've knit a couple other ones. So one was plush single, and I did a lot of like sample scraps that ended up not becoming a kerchief, but plush single is great. Seven Sisters Astrid would be so good. And so I'm sort of obsessed with this little, it's so short and quick and satisfying, and I keep wanting to knit more. And then, well, I have a few projects lined up over here that I'll talk to you about in a minute. But yeah.
Yes.
It's fun.
And our knit along finished up almost a week ago. And we had so many participants, and there is a little slideshow if you want to see all the finished.
I'll link it down below too.
Almost finished objects. And I'm happy to say I finished by the Sunday beforehand. And yeah,
the result is so pretty. And people, again, it's so fun to work with patterns where people have so much fun making a design their own. A couple folks modified the lace pattern, didn't do the leaf, did something else. One person did zero lace, but the fit is so comfortable.
It is. I have worn it a lot, and it's so nice for this time of year because it's a little cool.
Yeah.
but the 3/4 sleeve and the lightweightness of it, and I did not choose a fluffy yarn. I used silk paca, and I used, which is silk and alpaca lace weight, and I used fino, which is merino, and I think there's a little silk in that too, yeah. And that's fingering weight, and so that's a little fuzzy, that yarn, but I didn't want, like, I wanted it to be kind of a lightweight sweater, and it really is. It's perfect. I wore it to a wedding.
So nice.
So that's awesome.
And that's actually what Alexa shared about why Emily designed this, was because she needed something to wear to a wedding.
Oh, really?
Over top of a dress. So you just got right into the spirit of it.
Oh my gosh, without even knowing.
And she she whipped it up in like about a week or something, because she was like, oh, I need something.
Yep.
And then the love note was born.
That's awesome. And I'm not a huge lace person, and we had a lot of people say, oh, I'm not a lace person, but there's just enough and not too much, and it's subtle. I feel like once you're like, it looked drastic to me at first, and then when I'm wearing it, I'm like, it's great, and you can like coordinate what you're gonna wear underneath, because it shows through a little, and it's just pretty. Have had so many compliments on it, and people say, oh, I really like that.
I don't usually like lace.
Want to make that. It happened yesterday, so. And I'll try not to wear it tomorrow.
It's hard though when you have something that really feels comfortable, which is, we found a video that we put in our Love Note Cow playlist that was a woman who'd made 6 of them. And that was super inspiring for folks to see, because one of them had no lace. She did a more ease in one. She did a longer length in another, because she wanted to French tuck it in her jeans. And it was so amazing to see the same pattern on the same body in a few different ways.
It can look radically different. It really can. So it was really successful. Knit along people, a lot of people.
Go Tin Can Knits.
Yeah, had a lot of success and just a lot of fun. So we like it. We like it a lot, and yeah, it's been good.
Super good. And we're tell us about what you've been knitting on, because this is
So I finished my sweater, and then I pulled out my last last knit along project, which is a grid gambit, and I had put that aside because I was like, I am going to finish this sweater on time, and I did. But I finished this. I haven't put it together or blocked it, but this is my grid gambit, and the color, it's the color changing yarn is Fortuna. Oh no, it's Lovis. Yep. It's a Lang yarn, Lovis. And then it's West Yorkshire Spinners BFL fleece. And it just came out just as I was hoping. It's a beautiful gradient, slow gradient. So I like knit like a demon in the last week to finish.
She was finishing it yesterday.
I was.
That very slow I-cord bind off, but so worth it. And what I was saying when I was looking at it in the shop yesterday was, the Lovis is a single ply, the BFL is applied, and I feel like texturally that actually really sort of helps the Lovis pops.
Well, and interesting, because the Lovis is definitely a little bit thinner.
Yep.
There's a little bit of unevenness in the Lovis. There were some really thinner spots, but you don't even notice it.
Nope.
And it just, I don't know, it just looks sort of like shadow knitting, actually.
It does. When it was laid out on the table yesterday, I was like, it makes me think of a farm, like these beautiful green fields and fun little flowers coming up in
two
rows.
skeins of yarn. And
initially we thought that Lovis you might need more than one ball, but it turned out you did one and one.
And I have, I have a little bit left. Not a ton, but I wasn't playing yarn chicken. I thought I was, but then I got closer to the end and I'm like, I'm not playing chicken. And then plenty of this.
Yeah.
So,
perfect.
So that's what and then I was like, I have nothing to knit on. Whatever will I do?
And I was like, Kristin, are you sure you don't have anything at your house to knit on? Because I sure do. In like every single room of my house, there's just a couple project packs.
And so last night when I was like, oh, what will I knit on? I was like, I heard your voice in my head. And so I pulled out this old project.
What's it gonna be?
This is, I think, my oldest project that has been hibernating for, I don't know, 12, 13 years. And this is, this is Rowan Kids Hill K's color. This yarn does not exist anymore, but it's like,
how are you getting these triangles?
It's 2 different color changing yarns, and you increase, and I mean, you don't increase,
that is so pretty. Oh my gosh, look how gorgeous this is.
And I'm probably done with it, but I was like, so
yeah, I mean, it's generous.
It's huge, but I'm, you know, there's some yarn left, so I felt like I wasn't done.
Well,
but I think I'm over that. And so this is really funny. This has been in my bag so long, like there's this little felted friend in there.
Also, it seems like it is exactly the color of the grass and ferns behind us.
It is. It might be a color I like.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so
this will. I feel like you've been training for the finish along.
I feel like I am actually.
You're going into the finish along really strong.
I am.
Yep.
Except for I finished that. Well, it's not technically finished yet.
It's not finished, no.
But I think I'm gonna.
But also, you're like priming. It's like you're in training for the finish along.
And I'm happy to say I have completed all of the knit along projects this year. They're all done, and that doesn't usually happen because I usually get distracted. So this was exciting to pick up and like wrap around myself and go, oh yeah, I'm probably done.
Yeah.
I love this color, and so I think I'm gonna go another inch or so to get a little pop green at the end. But then also I could do something with this, which is almost all that green. I could, who knows what I could do.
So pretty.
But these yarns are a little felted now.
You know.
They're so funny. And because, so you knit like one less of this color and one more of this, and you twist the yarns and back. Technically it's intarsia.
Yeah, but easy.
But pretty easy, except for it's mohair. And so keeping track of the yarns is a little fussy.
Do you remember the name of the pattern?
It was a Rowan pattern, and I actually found the paperwork. And but it's not in my bag. Yeah, I don't know why it's not in here.
Well, send me the name of it so that I can add it down below.
Okay, I'll find it. It's a Rowan pattern from a million years ago. So that was exciting, and aren't you glad you had your voice in my head last night? So telling me to knit, and I was like, what will I pick? And I'm like, something I don't have to think about.
Yay!
Which was this, and I knit like an inch, and I'm like, why have I been waiting?
Oh, so good.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And no one will be able to make another one just like it because the yarn does not exist. But you could do it with
could be solids even too.
Yeah. Or you could do with one with no
intarsia.
No intarsia. I recommend no intarsia on that with mohair.
And do you want to talk about that other cute little ball in there?
Well, my husband asked me to make him a Sophie scarf because he really likes mine. And so I decided I was going to use Via. And so that's what I was going to do last night. But then he was like, no, that's not the color I picked.
Did he want the
I don't know.
brick color?
No, he said there was some green. And I'm like, the green was light green. So I don't know. I need to look at your pictures again.
Okay.
The ones you showed him. He's like, where are those pictures? And I'm like, that was on Iris's phone.
I'll text them to you. Yeah.
So this is Via. It's a new yarn. It's 74% cotton, 16 merino, and 10 yak. It's super soft. It's got the little dark yak in it. And,
kind of matches this.
It really does. And it's DK, and I'm dying to make a Sophie scarf out of it anyways, and so my husband asked for one, and I'm like, okay.
Truly a 3-season Sophie scarf.
It really is.
Because it's going to be light, it's going to have that little bit of warmth, just the right thing to wrap. Oh, great, you guys. Garbage truck's coming right now.
Just in case you're wondering.
Woo! We might have to pause it because it's really loud, but...
We may pause it. Or not.
Or not. Yep, here it comes.
This is a garbage podcast.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Yeah, so, all right, well, let's see. All right, we'll pause.
back.
And we're back after the trash removal. Yay.
Yay.
So
Thank
back.
you, trash man.
Yeah, clean dumpster over there. So I am working on my second love note. This fluffy fluff. Cash Silk Cotton Dégradé by Land du Nord. We have like only one ball left of this,
Okay,
so it's in clearance right now.
Sorry, they discontinued this yarn.
And it's so fluffy, so soft. And so see this on this one, since I actually went down needle size just because I'm only one stranding it because there's so much fluff in this yarn. So my lace is really a lot like more closed than on the bigger needles because I was down.
But still not like,
Yeah, I mean,
it's still doing it.
but on like it just sort of sits up a little higher on me.
which is nice.
Which is fine. And then I'm doing sleeve. I'm on sleeve 1. I don't know, maybe that's 4 inches.
How are you gonna do the 3/4?
I like the 3/4.
I like the 3/4 too.
Yep, and it may be a little shorter, but I was sort of worried about it growing because of the cotton. I don't know. Whatever, I'll wear it over a dress.
And if you really want to, you
I
can
will
make
take it
longer.
out because that's what when we met with Alexa, that's what she was like, I always just tell people if it's not quite right, you've already put in all this time, make it right. So
I still have a sweater, I need to do that.
this is a finish along priority for me, and I should pause to say that we are about to kick off our 3rd annual finish along. Finish along at Cashmere Goat is the time when we try to move along some of those projects that have maybe been set aside, sometimes for a long time or a short time, or just the encouragement to pick up a project that maybe you lost a little love for along the way or had to put in time out. So you can sign up for that on our knit along page. We might have prizes this year. We haven't talked about that.
I think we will.
Such a fun and encouraging and supportive. We have meetups in the store. We have like 2 Zooms a month, which is fun, and we check in on each other's progress. And because we're gonna see the kick. And Kristin has been training for this. Clearly, she's been like got the sweatband on, and she's been getting her needles up. And go team.
Go team. I have been super. What's a word for motivated? Motivated to knit.
Yes.
I've been really.
And it comes
Knitivated lately.
Knitivation. Knitivated is good. We should coin that because so when you sign up, you get, if you want to use this downloadable project planner, fine. But one of the prompts on that is like, well, think about what you actually want to maybe be wearing. You could start there. Yeah. And for me, when I was excavating a few projects just this morning,
I thought that there was like
an ant on you or something.
No, I thought it was like a spider web or something, but it was like a
little piece of grass.
It's like one of the things from the fluff from the dandelion.
Oh yeah.
So, no
okay.
Spider.
We're good. So I went into my messy craft closet and just grabbed a few of the things that are going to be priority finish along for me this summer. Sometimes it's good to pick something that's like, hey, I'm pretty close to this. This is going to be satisfaction. I'm going to keep myself moving. And I have this really great, it's called the Larch Ped by Laura Nelkin. She has this little mod for this fun little squeezy bit in the middle of your foot, which I love. Nice little padded heel.
Officially termed a little squeezy bit.
A little squeezy hug for your middle of your foot. And I tried this on this morning and I was like, I want to wear these socks.
Show them how close you are to being done.
Are you ready for this? Look, I've already come through the squeezy bit.
So and you basically have the toe.
And now I have to just do a little more and try to make them the right length for each other. But look at this.
So you've got like an inch and a half and the toe.
So I'm going to be wearing those. And soon. So Hydrangea by On the Round Nimble Sock. And this was something that we don't sell, I think. But beautiful sock stuff. So that's a low hanging fruit for my knit. What did you say?
Knitivation. I bet somebody already coined that term. It doesn't quite capture motivation. It sounds like it's innovation.
Knitivation isn't that the name of one of those color workbooks that we have by?
Oh yeah. Okay, so motivation to knit.
We gotta
I'm gonna have to think on
We're
this.
gonna have to workshop that.
We like to play with words, so I'm sure we'll come up with something.
We do. All right, now this is second priority. This is the sweater for my son. It's another tin can knits. This is the flax. It's a big man-sized sweater.
Rustic yarn.
It's a rustic yarn. We're doing this little mod on the side that's very cute, really handsome. He was just home, so I got to try it on him. We finished.
What did he think?
He was into it, and I stopped at precisely the right moment before needing to switch. I had everything on a barber cord, and I stopped just before I needed to start the ribbing.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then I was able to finish this while he was home and try it on him and see it, and he wanted the rolled collar, so then it'll be sleeves. But this is, they call this yarn DK, but
it's heavy.
It is heavy. It is worsted gauge. I have a ton of this yarn left over.
What? And you're on a 6.
A 6 for the rib,
Yeah.
and 8 for the body.
Okay, this is, yeah. This doesn't seem like
but
DK
it's
to me.
very squishy. It softens really nice. The swatch was great. So I would like to have this at least, bottom ribbing done, one sleeve done for the next time I see him at the end of the summer.
Nice.
And then I'll be able to finish the
Wow, you won't see him till the end of the summer.
Oh, so sad. So those are some top priorities.
Do you have more?
Well, I wasn't
She
going
brought all kinds of stuff.
I did. I mean, I just really wanted
She
to
just
focus.
needs her bags with her to be comfortable. So she's got
wanted
a bunch of bags over there.
to focus. And okay, so then this was like the and I'm not letting myself cast this on, but for this kerchief, I was gifted this cute little, it's a full skein, but this is how much yarn you need for this kerchief. It's 35 grams. So I want to do this, but I'm sort of
my Fino leftovers for you.
Oh yeah, because I want to do the shop sample too. So I'm trying to resist casting on this, even though it's like satisfying and fun.
How long did it take you to make one of those?
I mean, under a week. Yeah, a few days.
Cool.
So finish along. So join us. It's just great. It's great fun. We have such a good Zoom group. If you're not from local, really supportive, fun folks. Really a community vibe. And then in the shop, it's also great as well. So if you're in town visiting us and it's a Sunday, pop in for some knitting, and you can just drop in for finish along.
It's a great time to just walk in the store and knit.
Yeah.
Because basically, if it's a project you're working on, you've got to finish it.
You gotta finish.
So
and
it doesn't take much to be part of it.
To be part of it. And it's also super fun to see the stuff that people are like prioritizing and pulling out. And
didn't last summer someone do a sweater that they started like a long time before and then finished?
Isla, I think, had one that was pretty, like maybe a 20-year-old sweater that she was working on, and then a couple other people were digging stuff out from a long time ago.
Yeah.
And then somebody said, what's great is I feel like this weight lifted off me because I don't have those things dragging me down.
I have to say, I'm gonna feel like that about that mohair project because
it's so lightweight, but it's been a heavy weight.
Well, it's like, I have this project that's so old that I started so long ago, and then like 4 years ago, I was like, I need the perfect scarf, and I'm like, I need it to be big but lightweight, and I need it to be like I can wear it with something fancy, or I can wear it with jeans, and I like described all the qualities, and I'm like, what can I make? And then I was like, you're already making that. You might want to finish it because you're almost done.
Yep.
But I didn't work on it. But I started, and I will be finishing it. I'm gonna have to wait to finish it until Sunday.
Excellent.
So we are we were going to talk about.
So we thought it might be fun, and if you have input on this, let us know. But we thought it might be fun to answer some of the questions that we get asked in the summer that are not yarn questions. People pop in all the time, and they've got questions, and we're happy to answer. And we've got a lot of local knowledge on the staff. So
and Camden, Maine is definitely a tourist destination. It's not like going to the Grand Canyon though, and I think that's one of the reasons people like it. It's accessible. And what's a lot of people to us is not really to other people. So it's not quiet in the summer, but it's not like oh my gosh, I have to get away from all these people.
Yeah.
And so Camden it's just busy enough in the summer. And so we have a lot of people come through, and people want to know, where do we get a lobster roll, Iris?
Well, there's a few options. Do you want to be able to walk from the store to get the lobster roll, or do you want to drive a little bit? So if they want a lobster roll right in Camden, there's a few options. The waterfront, which has nice outdoor seating covered by an awning, or indoor seating. They're a pretty reliable lobster roll. But if you're willing to drive to this little village of Rockport, there's Grapham Seafood, and there's a cute little seafood shack. And we often will say to people, you know, if it's a nice day and you maybe want to get your lobster roll to go, and then you could come down and explore this little Rockport Marine Park. It's lovely, and they do a very good job there. They've also got other things, fish sandwiches and burgers and all the rest.
That was my go-to when I got lobster rolls often when I was taking care of my mom. And she loved lobster, and so we would go and pick it up and park over right by the water, and
there's a lot of benches.
It just was so nice. We will take some pictures. It's really hard to describe how beautiful it is here. And we would have faced the camera the other way,
but we would have been backlit
completely
like crazy.
In shadow.
Well, and the other thing too is Grapham's is a seafood market, so everything is very, very fresh, and so there's that as well. So let's see. One of the questions we get asked is, what's open for lunch on Mondays and Tuesdays?
Mondays and Tuesdays are a funny time because a lot of restaurants are closed. And we have had years where people have been wandering around.
Like there was nothing after COVID that was too bad if you wanted to eat lunch.
It was like
Monday, Tuesday.
But there's the Camden Deli. They have a great lunch. They do sandwiches and hot sandwiches and chowder, and
Waterfront is back open on Monday, Tuesdays now.
Yep. Oh, it is. Oh, good. And what's nice about the Camden Deli that I like is if it's a day like today, they do have a deck upstairs, so you have to be able to go up the stairs, and it's a small space, but it's gorgeous. It looks out over the harbor.
Yeah. And
they do great sandwiches. They really do. And they do hot sandwiches, which I love. A panini style sandwich.
Also, I think Mosaic, the one that's sort of up the hill.
Is that open?
It's open Monday, Tuesdays.
I didn't know that. And I believe Mixed Greens is open Monday, Tuesday.
And so good there.
Yeah, and they do bowls. They do like salad bowl, grain bowl. They have like
a lot of options for protein.
It's really good. They do. I really like that place. And then if you want to just grab and go, French and Braun, which is our little everything store in downtown Camden.
Family-owned little grocery store.
It's like the best. They have great sandwiches. They have reheatable meals, soups. They have their own homemade Chex Party mix, which is a store favorite.
The official shop snack.
Yeah. And they also have things like containers of fresh cut watermelon, which is a go-to for me. It's fresh. They cut it in the store, and so it's good. So they have all sorts of, and then there's cheeses. They have the cheeses.
Cheeses are good. Yeah, so that's a good if you want to make your own picnic or something. Just want to grab, oh my gosh, Kristin, there's a puppy over there. That's the Harbor Master's new puppy. Aww. It's literally rolling in the green grass on its back. It's so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, so distraction when we're outside. Puppy cam. So we also get questions about where do I get embroidery floss, and do you have needle points? Right. And we don't have either of those things. So the embroidery floss question, Fiddlehead in Belfast is a really exceptional fabric store. Huge, and crafts.
It's a half an hour away from us.
Yeah, so you have to be up for the drive.
And to some people that's far away, and to some people that's
like,
nothing. I mean, and if you're traveling up the coast,
like,
but
is it really
it's
that
worth
bad?
the stop.
Oh my gosh, it is. If you're a sewist at all, just do it. And then Clementine in Rockland is another option for embroidery,
That's
floss, and fabric. It's a little closer, a lot less selection, but great shop. And then Needlepoint. So there used to be Needlepoint in Camden many years ago, and now it's pretty far away where you have to go to get needlepoint. But we just heard from a long-term customer, Alice, who was over in the weekend in the shop, and she told us that sounds like there's a new needlepoint shop going in Thomaston, which is
exciting.
Close by. It's on the other side of Rockland from us, so maybe that's a 20-minute from Camden in the summer. And it's and Thomaston's kind of up and coming. That's where Rachel of On the Round Yarn, that's where her new studio is.
Right.
And I think it's going to be they will do so well if so. It sounded like maybe in June for the new needlepoint, and I think the working name of it was like Pine Needle, which is very cute.
I predict July.
Yeah.
If they just started.
Yeah, I
don't know, but it usually takes longer than you think it's going to.
Yeah.
And so.
But yay, we'll be able to.
And if you're coming up the coast, that's on the way.
Yeah, that's on the way to us.
Yes. So there's all sorts of good stuff. And yeah, so if you have more questions.
Yes, or you're coming to town and you're thinking about like anything.
We do get a lot of questions. And it's just a nice place to be in the summer.
It is. And just, when people come through and they're visiting, I'm like, have you like walked around the harbor, like go up by the library in Camden and look down. There's such a beautiful park there.
Yes.
We have a lot of natural beauty.
We really do. And it's exciting.
I'll also link down below because I had a blog post about things to do in Camden from last year, so I'll put that down. If you have questions, though, put them down in the comments.
We also answer questions about yarn.
Also.
Needles. So if you have any questions, we're happy to answer them in our next podcast. And it's been a few weeks, but we'll try to do it in 2 weeks again this time, so it's not so. May is a busy time. May is a busy time for a lot of people.
Yep.
Just a lot of
graduations.
June is busy too.
Yep.
Who am I kidding? We're just entering the busy season. So we're going to shoot for 2 weeks now.
Yep, definitely.
Thank you so much for watching, joining us here in beautiful Rockport, Maine.
And give us a like, give us a comment, let us know what you thought of the podcast. And
if you haven't followed us,
follow us.
Follow us.
We're
please.
also on Instagram and Facebook, all the places. But yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Happy making.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes, we have no bananas. We have no bananas today. We string beans and onions, cabbages and scallions, and all kinds of fruit and say. We have an old-fashioned tomato, Long Island potato. But yes, we have no bananas. We have no bananas today.